Hello everyone, welcome back to the Random Fandom. I'm your host Ravenwood, and welcome back to the RWBY board game card. The RWBY, the RWBY Combat Ready card board game, whatever you want to call it, collection video or collection videos, whatever. But none of this is perfect, so that's fine. Also, I'm recording this on Easter Sunday. I hope you all had a great Easter Sunday. I'm sorry we couldn't do a stream here recently. We'll do a stream soon. Well, we're trying to get things back on track and whatnot. My schedule has changed significantly. So that's also another thing we'll have, because of the fact that my schedule has changed significantly, and because of the fact that a lot of things are kind of just happening within the month of April. We're trying to get things back on track. So, don't worry, you will get Penny, stop. Penny, stop. You will get your Transformers collection video of the month for this month eventually, before the month ends. I will get that done. Another thing, as much as I want to have separate videos for all these cards, I did that last year. I'm not doing that again. I did that last year. I want to do that again. Part of me wants to milk more of this content, but we have to move on. So that is why I'm going to make this a part 2 video. Technically, it's a part, well, it is technically part 2, but this is officially part 26. So I will do part 26 this month. And then in the same month, I will also do, before this month ends, I will make sure that I will do a, I'm sorry, brain fart. I will make sure that I will do an RC video. RC is coming soon. She's next in line. And yeah, we'll go from there. Now, anyways, so where are we going to start? The problem. Last video, these are just cards. A lot of these are just cards of Team RWBY, Penny, and the villains. So it was a bit of misleading. It's not a villains expansion. It's just it says RWBY Combat Ready Villains Expansion. That's still misleading, because it's not villains and heroes expansion. It's just villains expansion. So it just hurts. Initially, what I was going to do, since this is heroes and villains, I was going to have 3 months. Yes. I was going to have 3 dedicated months to the expanded card, the expanded, the villains expansion for the cards and whatnot. No, it's all of Team RWBY plus Penny and the villains, or the main villains, whatever. But however, technically, it's not incorrect to call all these character villains. Coincidentally, if you know which, if you know what I'm talking about, or which side of the fandom I am on, I'll let you know that I do not like these characters as heroes. They do not face the consequences of the actions. Or rather, they do face the actions of their consequences, but they still deem themselves as Oh, they were still in the right. Because clearly. um, because we're the main characters. Duh. Anyways, or at least it gives off that energy. I am not a RWBY critic, or at least I am technically a RWBY critic, but I am part of that side of the group, I guess, if you want to know. Speaking of which, there's current RWBY critic drama of a certain rodent and a certain person who made it just a honest video on an honest opinion, and so they're totally not. This rodent is totally not responding to that. I am being vague. And I don't like being vague, but I will be vague for right now because I do want to have my own personal response to the community, the fandom as a whole. Not to the just this drama, but to the fan community as a whole. I do not like it. Same I am. I might do something interesting. Maybe a stream or something. I don't know. I'm just not gonna make any promises. I do want to make something. I do want to make something about the RWBY fandom. Some sort of dedicated message to the RWBY fandom. But without further ado, enough talk. Enough talk about the community. Let's talk about the board game. So this stack of cards here is the RWBY cards. Let's start with the RWBY cards first. And here's what's new. We have Red Divide. What it does is Red Divide, Ultimate, Interrupt, Bash, next duel. All players may draw up to 7 cards without discarding. RWBY gains a total of 4 XP. And we'll just put that with the rest of the deck. Red Divide. Now these are copies. Her card or her deck already has some of these cards, but some of these but these are copies of all these ultimate attacks. I'm guessing that what happened here is that they decided to give all the characters more copies of the same attacks, but this time, but by the looks of it, they wanted to give these ultimate attacks also more or less XP or something, or it's a lesser, a downgrade version of the card or something. Anyways, different rank. Sorry, a different rank of the same card. Red Divide, Ultimate, Interrupt, Bash. Next, this one gives. RWBY gains a total of 3 XP in this one. And this one gives her a total of 6 XP. And this one gives a total of 5 XP. Whoops. Also, you could tell that the difference between the new cards and the old cards. I will show you them. This one looks fresh and slightly more, I don't know. Slightly more vibrant, I guess. Like they freshened up the colors. And what's funny is I have not played the board game, so this this one looks slightly faded. Well, this one looks like they touched up on the colors. So yeah, you could tell which one's new and which one's old. Another Red Divide. This one gives 5 XP. Now this one's the new card. Double Slice, ranged, cleave +1. If this attack hits, you may also deal 1 damage to any other enemy. And here's the card. Charged Blossom. Range, dash. Aura +1. You may spend 1 aura to gain +1 damage. Charged Blossom. Yeah. Dusk Fall. Ranged minions. For this round, all minions have -1 speed. This effect triggers before the attack takes place. Final Slash. If this attack deals damage, heal 2 aura. And I have to show you the card real quick. Yeah, I have no other choice but just quickly show you the new card. RWBY is now done. We'll put that aside. Weiss, next character. Now we'll put Ying up here. By the way, I did put the I'll tell you in the comment section below what order, why I put the cards in that particular order. If you ask me, if you ask in the comment section below, why did I put the cards in a particular order for the thumbnail? Anyways, so here are the Weiss cards, right? And here are the new ones. It's the same thing, same thing for the cover, but it's slightly different. The saturation or the saturation or the whatever is slightly different. Frozen River, melee ice, charge +2. You may spend up 2 aura, gain 1+ damage plus 1 damage per aura spent. Ice Slide. If it's the first round of the duel, the active player gains +2 fury. Not furry. Weiss being a furry would be something different. There's that. Swift Blade. This one confuses me because it does nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I guess it's just a card. Crosscut. Cleave +1. If this card if this attack hits, you may also deal 1 damage to any other enemy. Glacial Strike. Freeze. Oh, let me check the previous. Yeah, this does. Glacial Strike. Melee Ice. Freeze. Discard the top card of the villain's deck. Shooting Star. Ultimate. Interrupt Bash. All heroes each heal 1 aura. Weiss gains a total of 5 XP. And of course, likewise, this one is a copy with a total of 6 XP. And this one's also a copy with a total of 4 XP gained. With Weiss complete, we'll put her right next to RWBY. Now, we'll go on to Blake. We'll do the heroes first. The heroes first, and then the actual villains. Or maybe they're not villains. Oh, let's put Blake on the table. My bad. Well, we're not gonna do Blake. We're actually gonna do Penny. Actually, we're gonna get to Penny. So here is her cards, and here's the stack. Again, same art, just slightly different in contrast or saturation. No, I think it's contrast. I think I'm correct on that. I'm not certain. Starburst Cyclone, ranged. Tactical retreat. Immediately end the duel and avoid attrition damage when this card is played as an assist. Razor Rain, ultimate. Interrupt Bash. For the first round of the next duel, all heroes gain +1 speed and +1 damage. Penny gains a total of 6 XP. So here's the ultimate. Oh. Blade Weaving, ranged. This attack gains +1 damage if it's faster than an enemy's attack by at least 4 speed. Robo Aid. Target ally heals 3 aura. I think some of these cards are mixed up a bit. Razor Rain. This one does a total of 5 XP. This one does a total of 3 XP. This one does a total of 4 XP. Energy Blast, range, charge +2. You may spend up to 2 aura, gain 1 damage per aura spent. Entangle, ranged, hinder. If this attack hits the villain, lower the villain's speed bonus by 1. Now we will commence with Yang. Here's her deck, and here are the cards. Same art, just slightly different. 1000 Fist! Melee, punch, reckless. If this attack fails, you suffer an additional 1 damage. Cheer. Target ally gains +1 speed. Melee punch. The Aura. Flaming Fist, melee, punch, reckless. If this attack fails, you suffer an additional 1 damage. Blazing Speed, melee. Next round, you gain +1 speed. Intercept. Immediately end the duel and avoid alteration damage when this card is played as an assist. Okay. Double Dragon, melee, punch. Cleave +1. If this attack hits, you may also deal 1 damage. Deal 1 damage to any other enemy. Silica Blast, ultimate. Ooh, this is the nice card art. This is actually kind of pretty. Interrupt, bash. All enemies suffer an additional 1 damage. Yang gains a total of 5 XP. Six XP. 4 XP. And 3 XP. Yang is complete. Now for Blake. Here's the deck. Here are Blake's cards. Same, just slightly different. Blah, blah, blah. Whirling Blades, melee. You may pay 2 aura to heal damage and additional 3 damage divided as you choose among any number of enemies. Yeah. Midnight Gale. Draw a card. Mend. Target. Ranged. Midnight Gale. Range. Draw a card. Mend. Target ally heals 2 aura. Sky Die. Range. Charge +1. You may spend 1 aura to gain 1+ damage. Headshot. Range. Slay. If this attack damages a minion, destroy it. Revenge. If target ally was hit last round, they gain +2 damage. Nightblade. Ultimate. Interrupt Bash. Blade gains a total of 7 XP. All other allies gain 1 XP. This one gains 8 and 1 XP. This copy only gives Blake 5 XP. Oh, okay, Blake. All over the place. Now, for the Roman Torchic cards. Here's the deck. And here are the new cards. Okay, so first, we're going to organize them by color. There's orange, orange, orange cards. Roman Candle. Daze. If this attack deals damage, the player must discard a card. Sleight of Hand. All minions in play gain a +1 speed token. Cane Cannon. Ranged. If this attack bashes the active player, it deals +2 damage. Now, for the blue cards. Here are the blue ones. Where are the blue ones? Here are the purple ones. Here are the greens. Huh, this is interesting. I am missing this set of blues. Oh, here's... Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am missing a set of blues. Here's one green. Here are the purples. I must have accidentally already mixed it in with the blues. Gentleman's Duel, Cane Lash. Ah. So it must have been the copy of Cane Lash. Duelist, Ringleader, Frenzied Assault, Boot Kick, Gentleman's Duel, Sneak Attack, Kingpin. I am not certain. What are the new cards? Well, that's all. That's my fault, folks. I cannot find the blue cards. Oh well. But just know that these are the title of the cards, and I'm not going to show you what the cards look like. Gentleman's Duel, Cane Lash, a copy of Cane Lash, Gentleman Duelist. Sorry, I'm not going to tell you what the card does or whatever. Duelist, Ringleader, Ringleader, Frenzied Assault, Boot Kick, Gentleman's Duel, Sneak Attack, Kingpin, and Mastermind. I don't. Maybe it could be that he simply does not have new blue cards. I'll just double check just in case. Oh well. So he does not. And if he does, comment down below what I have missed out on. Here's the purple cards. Here are the new purple cards. Smoke Screen. If the heroes fail to hit Roman this round, Roman escapes and the duel ends. Here's what it looks like. Moving on. Bodyguard. Draw and play a henchman minion card. Here's the card. There you go. There you go in the purple minion, the purple card set. I was honestly organized with all these cards, but I guess I somehow messed up with the blue cards by accident. And here are the green cards. I'm not going to show you all the old cards. I'm just going to show you the new cards. Just a reminder. Criminal Justice Event. Whenever Roman receives more than 1 damage from a single attack, he gains +1 damage bonus at the end of the round. Put that there. Put that in the Roman deck. Sorry, I messed up on the Roman cards. Very sorry. Oh well. Now, for Cinder. Here are the cards. Let's set up the red, set up the green, set up the blue, set up the purple. And now for the red. Okay, so red. Set up the blue. Set up the purple. And here's the green. Okay, so for the new red cards, Fatal Wound, melee, daze. If this attack deals damage, the player must discard a card. Obsidian Twister, melee. Cinder gains +2 damage bonus at the end of the round. Supernova, ranged, fire. All heroes immediately receive 1 damage. This damage cannot be increased by bonuses. Supernova, ranged, fire. She has a copy of Supernova. And does the same thing. Levitate, power. For the rest of the duel, all melee attacks against Cinder have -2 speed. Firestorm, ranged, fire. If this attack hits, this also deals 1 damage to all other heroes. Oh. Here's the card. There you go. Here's the new green card. For the rest of the battle, Dark Aura event. For the rest of the battle, heroes cannot heal aura. So there's that. The green card goes there. Now for the blue cards. Manipulation. Power. Draw and play two Grim minion cards. Cinder gains +1 speed bonus at the end of the round. There's that. Sinister Smite. Melee. Cinder gains +1 speed bonus at the end of the round. Another copy of Sinister Smite. And does the same ability. That was Cinder. Now for Adam. Save the best for last. Oh, sorry. Hey, there's Triptychon and Starscream and the rest. Here's the orange. Here's the blue. Purple. And green. Here's the orange. Blue. Purple. And green. For the red cards. Fierce Onslaught, melee. If this attack has lower speed than the active player, immediately draw and replace it with the next non-event card in Adam's deck. Then resolve combat as normal. And a copy of that card. There's the orange. Arching. Oh, did I forget to show you? Here. Here's what it looks like. There. Arching shot, ranged, mass disable. If this attack deals damage, exhaust every hero's semblance marker. Deflect, melee. Iajitsu. If this attack gains +5 speed against this attack gains +5 speed against ranged attacks. I don't know why I was called Iajitsu, but alright. Faunus Might. Melee. Adam gains +1 damage bonus and +2 speed bonus at the end of the round. And another deflect card. Well, anyways, there's a copy of the deflect card. It does the same thing. Yeah, it does the same thing. Oops. And I've noticed there's not that many cards for Adam. Like in comparison for like most characters. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. I made a mistake. I misjudged the stack because I'm still not done. New Dawn. Command. Adam heals 3 aura. Draw and play a White Fang minion card. Moon Slice, melee. Iajitsu. This attack gains +1 damage for each player assisting or comboing with the active player. Moon Slice, Iajitsu. This is the same one. It does the same thing. It's a copy. The villains have more so of the copy cards. Here are the green cards. the event cards. Swordsmanship event. Adam's balanced attacks gain +2 speed permanently. Here it is. Also, I don't think I showed y'all. I'm starting to lose my mind. Is it point blank? I don't know. No, oh well, it doesn't matter. And that's about it, actually. Yeah, not about it. That is it. That is it. Well, now, yeah, those are the cards. I'll put them in the big box, but I'll keep this box, I guess, excluded. I don't know. I'll put them in the bigger box or whatever. Actually, I think I need to put these into the bigger box as well. Anyways, but that's it for this episode. And I will say that for y'all to stay tuned for the next episode. Oops, RWBY. I have to put some of these cards aside over here. Put Rennie and Penny, RWBY and Penny over here. Anyways, all right. So, for the next episode, I will be covering the instructions or the how-to guide or whatever. One of the instruction manuals, and hopefully, I'll probably do some sort of video or live stream or whatever about the RWBY community and why it sucks. Not the RWBY fandom, but the RWBY community, the people in it as a whole, I guess. I feel like there's a difference between saying the RWBY community versus the RWBY fandom. It can be toxic. Toxic. So yeah, that's that. And to that, there are people who are just awful human beings. They just need to take a moment to go outside, and just sometimes if people are telling, sometimes if people are just like, no, you're wrong here. You should have just watched a video, or no, your opinion here does not align with facts, or you know, if you're just not in touch with reality or whatever, or if you're just not being a nice person. I'm not talking about criticism versus, I'm not talking about people who have their criticisms of the show, and I'm not talking about the people who have headcanons about the show. Not talking about that type of drama. I'm talking about the type of drama of like just blatantly lying to your audience or whatever. I want to cover about what I mean. Or just lying. Maybe you're lying to yourself. Sometimes just take a breather and admit you made a mistake. People in this community need to realize that we all make mistakes. Even I make mistakes. I'll admit it. Sometimes I make mistakes. And I'm not a perfect person either, but I'm a lot of time. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, not sorry.